This is the quarter getup, okay? So you're gonna see, before we start, I actually show you from the front here because we're gonna see this from the side. You're just gonna see the setup position with my legs. So whichever hand I'm holding the bell in, this will usually be bottoms up for people the way we use it, but we could also hold the bell regular. But you see, I'm gonna hold the bottom up kettlebell. So in this case, I have it in my right arm, starting on my right side. My right leg is gonna be bent with my foot flat on the floor. And then my left leg is going to be out diagonally. And you see I'm signaling that my hand is going to match that, okay? So you're going to see this position here as I get to the side. So you see that diagonal arm and leg there. And then I'm going to lie flat, okay? Keeping my eye on the bell throughout, I'm going to think about doing two separate motions, okay? So this is a quarter of what a full, roughly a quarter. This is two of the 7 or so steps it would take to get to standing up from this move, okay? So we basically call this quarter motion. You're going to see that the first move I'm going to make is I'm going to roll over, okay? So what's important to note, let's go back here, is that I am thinking about rolling diagonally, okay, in the same, parallel plane of motion as my arm and my leg. So think about doing a diagonal crunch, essentially, while I keep my arm, or my eye rather, up on this bell. And then you're going to see me come and press away from the ground up onto my forearm. So this is move one. I do that diagonal roll. I get nice and tall, drop my shoulder, and I press up onto my forearm here, okay? Eye is on the bell. I'm nice and long, nice and tall. This leg is just nice and off, so to speak, right? I'm just letting it stay extended. And then I'm going to come up. The second move is going to be, I'm going to press all the way away from the ground, again, dropping that shoulder, eye up on the bell there, nice and tall, nice and long. I'm going to come up onto my hand. From there, I'm just going to reverse. I'm going to come back onto my forearm and then come back down. So we're thinking about reversing it as two steps, the same way we went. Okay, so you're going to see a few fluid reps here, right? So I'm going to diagonal roll up onto my forearm, press away from the ground, then press up onto my hand for the second step. Then I'm going to reverse it through those two steps. I'm going to be getting nice, good exhales. Okay, so nice breathing, really exhaling hard as I press into each position there. That's going to make sure my core stays nice and braced, nice and tight, allow me to execute the movement. Eye on the bell, push into the ground through the forearm, okay, and then push away from the ground up onto the hand, making sure that shoulder's dropped and we're sitting nice and tall. All right, this is the quarter getup.